friends, welcome to Literary Visions. Our today's topic is Anglo-Norman literature. Before we move forward, if you haven't yet subscribed our channel, then please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. As we know, after Old English literature, we have Middle English period. That is begun from 1066 AD. So 1066 AD से लेकर it goes up till the Renaissance, somewhere around 1500 AD. And for our convenience, we can divide this entire period of 500 years into three parts. First part is before Chaucer. Second, we have Age of Chaucer, and then we have Age of Revival, or we can say Middle English after Chaucer. In order to understand historic background of Anglo-Norman period, we need to first understand Norman conquest, which was happened in 1066 AD. And guys, this Norman conquest is also known as Battle of Hastings. This is the Battle of Hastings which divided the Old English period into two parts. One is Anglo-Saxon literature before 1066 AD. Then we have Battle of Hastings in 1066 AD. And then after that we have Anglo-French or Anglo-Norman period after 1066 AD. So there was a man called William the Conqueror who was Duke of Normandy. Normandy is a palace located in France. So William the Conqueror defeated the King of England. So Harold was the king during that time. But in 1066 AD, King Harold of England was defeated by William the Conqueror, who was the King of Normandy. And this French ruler, William the Conqueror, became the ruler of England, and therefore reign of France was started from 1066 AD. Now, England became two-language nation. One was Anglo-Saxon, and on the other hand we have Anglo-French. Anglo-Saxon remained the language of common people, while Anglo-French became the language of aristocrats और upper class people. So यहाँ दोनों चीज़ें साथ साथ चल रही है. Anglo-Saxon was the language of common man, and on the other hand Anglo-French was the language of upper class people. Now let's discuss about Crusades and how it helped in the revival of classical literature. Crusades means holy war. So as we know, during 11th century Pope Christianity spread कर रहा था. So Pope called all the Christian people in Europe to fight against the Muslim, to reclaim the Holy Land in the nearest. So Pope उस जगह पे मुस्लिम कल्चर को क्रिश्चियनिटी से रिप्लेस करना चाहते थे. So we can say crusade was a religious war. The people who went to the war called crusaders, and when the crusaders returned from east, they brought with them manuscripts and text. It included the work of ancient Greek and Roman philosopher. एंड जब वो लोग ईस्ट से ये सारा लिटरेरी टेक्स्ट लेके आए, तो जब इंग्लैंड में सारा लिटरेचर आया तो इंग्लैंड के लोगों ने उस लिटरेचर को पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया. जब इंग्लैंड के लोगों ने उस लिटरेचर को पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर दिया, देन लोगों का धीरे धीरे चर्च पर से विश्वास उठने लगा और इसकी वजह से धीरे धीरे रिफॉर्मेशन भी आया इन 1400. Another most important thing which you must remember about Anglo-Norman period, that there was two major institutes that was set up, Oxford and Cambridge. This can be an important question coming up in the next exam. So you must remember two major institutes, Oxford and Cambridge, was set up during the Anglo-Norman period. Now we will look at the literary characteristics of this age. So during Middle English period, word order become uniform. For example, सब्जेक्ट के बाद में वर्ब आएगा. सेंटेंस फॉर्मेशन जिसे हम बोलते हैं, ये स्टार्ट हुआ ड्यूरिंग द एंग्लो नॉर्मन पीरियड. नेक्स्ट, द यूज ऑफ फोनिम्स and the standardization of spelling started from this period. And London became the standard dialect during the Middle English period. And London also became the education hub during the Anglo-Norman period. तो हम देख सकते हैं हमारे लिटरेचर में जितने भी फेमस राइटर हुए हैं, मोस्टली बिलोंग करते हैं लंदन से. So London became the education hub during that time. Now that we have looked at the history of Middle English period, it is important to look at certain poets and the literary works that was produced during that period. And one such poet is Geoffrey de Monmouth. Geoffrey de Monmouth wrote the work Historia Regum Britannia, which was written in Latin and translated as the History of King of Britain. Next poet is Wash. Wash produced Roman de Brat, which was written in French. So first work written by Geoffrey de Monmouth in Latin and the second work written in French, that is Roman de Brat and written by Wash. Last but not the least is Pearl Poets. We don't know about his actual name, so we just call him by the name of his work. He has written these 4 very famous poems: Pearl, Purity or Cleanliness, Passion, and Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Now, if we talk about the literary works that was produced during that time, then we have 4 famous poems: Session the Jeste, Owl and Nightingale, Kashermund, and Ancren Rivle. So, that's all about Anglo-Norman literature. If this series is helping you in your preparation, put that in the comment below, so I can get a feedback and I can make some improvement if you want in the video series. So with that note, I will take your leave now. We will meet soon. Till now, happy learning and stay tuned to Literary Vision.